Good morning, everyone. My name is Ray. I'm with Team S.T.E.A.M. This morning I'm here at Flash Industrial Painting. Now I've filled in these little voids that I showed you, and I've covered them with tape. And then when this is set up, they'll peel the tape right off and you'll hardly be able to tell they're there. This is all going to get covered with bodywork anyway, so it's almost irrelevant, but I did want it all one solid unit. I'm going to be cutting it in half, but not directly in half, but I'm going to be cutting it into two pieces, and I want them both pieces to be solid. So when you're building fiberglass or anything else, ingenuity is everything. So I need this shape. A lot of these old wood burning stoves have that little curvature skirt around them, and so I've gotten the center tube out of some masking plastic that we finished off. And when we do that, we just throw the box, to the side, and this is always in it. So I went and found one of those boxes that hadn't been thrown away yet all the way, and rescued this out of it. We'll just take these out of the ends. We've even saved a few of these because you never know. And I build a lot of stuff, and it's handy to have shapes around. But I'm gonna use this. I'm gonna bisect it, maybe even trisect it, and run skirting all the way around this thing, and then fiberglass that up. The curvature is just perfect though. So I've decided to cut that tube into 4. That's going to give me everything I'm going to need to get this thing skirted out. It's been a few minutes. This is good and set up. I'll show you what I meant. This is the worst quarter. That was the one that had the biggest void. You can tell by the darkness of it that it's in there deep. Well, that's because I put it all the way in there, smashed it against that cardboard box. It filled the whole cavity with it, and then taped over it to hold it nice and tight. So, if anything, it's about half again thicker than the rest. But it's in there 100% solid. That thing is not going anywhere. Let's check this one. Again, same thing. So now we got that done. We've taken 2 of our 4 of these quartered tubes, and we've taped them into place here. And taped them up under here, and sealed it all up under there so I don't get a lot of extra drippage. There'll be probably a little, but that takes care of most of it. Now I'm going to line the inside of this with tape so it doesn't stick to it, and then put my fiberglass in here so it has this skirting, and then I can cut the skirting off at whatever level I want it to be. It's not going to be quite this flared and dramatic. All right, now I'm ready to lay out some fiberglass. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and unmask, if you want to call it unmask. I'm going to unwrap, however you want to look at it, unbind this section, and then I'm going to get everything leveled out and sanded to the depth that I want it to be. I don't want it to be that big of a skirt. I'm going to cut it off a little short. All right, so we got all the cardboard pulled off and most of the tape peeled out of there. I went ahead and just cut this off. I had it on there, but it wasn't at an angle that I was happy with. It drooped a little bit more than I wanted. It didn't set up at the angle it should have. Not a big deal though, because the surface is still in great shape. So I'm going to put the next row of curvature on here, just like the bottom has. And once that's done, I'll just cut this out to fit and attach it, and that'll still be the floor and it'll still be attached and nothing will have changed. Okay, so now I've snapped some chalk lines across here all the way around, and I'm going to go ahead and get my air-powered Sawzall, and which is about the best thing you can use for crafting fiberglass, and cut all this off and get ready to do this pour. But I'm also going to try and do the legs up here at the same time, so I'm going to cut this off and start building those forms.